Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to bring you the November energy update, and November is going to be a fun and interesting month. And I'm sure you're all feeling it. I'm feeling the anxiety that's going around in the world. I can feel it. It's in the air. It's everywhere. And so, if you are feeling anxious right now, it's because the tension is building. The tension is building around the world, and especially in the US with all the politics and the elections going on. So, try if you can stay out of the fear programs, stay out of fear. Um, it's really important that you ground yourselves this month to stay in your alignment, use your tools, use your meditation and your breath work, and just stay grounded so that you don't get caught up in all the drama that is happening on the planet right now and the different perspectives and yeah, there's a lot going on, and November is a fiery month. When I connected with the guides, they were saying fiery, fireworks, change, changes. I keep hearing change, outbursts, redirections, take back your power, um, face in the direction that you want to go now, and stay calm and anxiety. So that's the November energy update. Yeah, it's going to be fireworks. It's going to be fiery. There's going to be a lot of hot, angry energy on the planet. There's going to be a lot of projecting as well, projectile vomiting as well, and judgment and clashes and different opinions. So I just see this tete-a-tete going on, one against the other. So real extremes of energy and power. Thinking about the November energy, and the words I was getting was abuse of power. So this month you will see the different dynamics and the control tactics and the manipulation of power, the abuse of power, and how humanity and certain souls on the planet have used power to control people. So you'll see a lot of narcissistic connections and the truth coming out about those kinds of connections. You will see where there's been manipulation and deception, financial abuse as well, and deception, deceit, manipulation, those kinds of energies, control, power over, imbalance of energy, imbalance of power, abuse of power. That is the energy of November. And that's what tends to come up in Scorpio season, because Scorpio season, we're able to go into the shadow and we're able to see what's going on under the surface, in the undercurrents of the water, what is coming to the surface for us to see, truths. So we're bringing up those darker emotions. The darker emotions are coming up, the heavier emotions are coming to the surface, some anger, some retaliation energy, fire, all of those energies that, Scorpio season brings up for us to look at. So, this month is a month to use your tools. That really, you've got to use your tools. This is now time for your mastery. Like, no matter what's going on in the world, how can you master yourself and stay above, the chaos? Like, stay in your um mastery, stay in your mastery and navigate the waves that are literally creating ripples across the world. So all this energy is creating ripples across the world. So how do we react to the ripples? Do we get caught up in the tide and the undercurrents, or do we stay connected to our inner truth and inner alignment and stay in our peaceful presence? Because that's what is needed right now. We need to hold the light and stay in peaceful presence, because of the anxiety is sky high right now. This morning I could feel it. I was feeling it all around me. And when I feel that wave of anxiety, I know it's happening in the collective, like it's swirling through the energetics and we're all feeling it. So that's when we got to think, okay, I need to ground this energy. Either I go into the forest and I walk, or I meditate, or I exercise and, burn it off, or I listen to music and I just recalibrate. So this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to recalibrate, go into nature, ground yourself, stay centered, stay calm, and let this energy just move through you and out of you, because it is happening around the world. This energy is like circulating around the world. This month also brings a lot of change in the energetics. So change of directions, change of circumstances. I talked about it in my last video when I talked about the last 3 months of, this year. But really in November, we are really being called to look at our redirections. I was doing a session with a soul the other day, and her guides were shouting saying you need to decide, which direction are you going in. And it does feel like that. It's like you got to put in your navigation system, in your GPS system, you've got to put the direction that you're going, and you've got to tell Source Creator, which way are you going? Are you going to New Earth and the new vibrations, or are you going to stay where you are? Because I think it's just so important right now, your direction, because it's about conscious choosing. We create our reality every day. We're creating our reality, but we've been unconscious in the past about the reality we've been creating. But now, as we become more aware and awakened, we are consciously choosing the timelines. We are choosing our timelines. Like, we are choosing what is aligned with our frequency, what feels right for us, what feels aligned for us. And if we don't like the trajectory that that's going to take us on, we'll choose a different timeline. And our choices are so important right now as to where we will go, because if we don't choose something that is for our highest alignment and highest truth and highest joy, then we're kind of going on a trajectory that's not really aligned with who we are. Whereas if we align with the trajectory that we want to go into, what's going to happen is when December, when this bolt of energy comes in, you're going to get catapulted, literally. You're going to get a leg up from the universe that's going to take you into the quantum space and the next space for that trajectory. So you're going to get a helping hand. But if you're dwindling and you're not sure and you don't know, and you're not sure of where you're meant to be or what timeline you're choosing or which direction you want to go, then the universe can't match it. They can't come in and say, okay, she knows or he knows what he wants, she wants, and we can give him a jolt up in the direction that she wants to go now. So this is going to be really important for you to choose and to get into your alignments. It's really important right now. So November is the month, we were going into it in October. But in November, you've got to choose. You've got to really be clear. So I really highly suggest that you sit down, you pull away from the politics and the elections, and you get really clear with yourselves about what you want, which direction you want to go in, what really makes you happy, what's aligned with your soul. Where do you see your future self? Why did you come to Earth? What did you come to build? Do you want to get complacent and stay stuck? Or do you really want to grow now? Because you have to tell the universe. The universe is your partner in crime, your partner in creating your reality. So if you're consciously creating and you know that you can consciously create with the universe, how would you create? How would you step forward? How would you talk to the universe? What will you create? If you knew that every word you say creates momentum and creates a reality and creates a trajectory, and that our choices are so important. Now more than ever, our choices are so important. What will we choose going into November? What will we choose? And I really want you to, think about that and reflect on that, because that's really, it's essential this month. It's essential. So lots of outbursts. So, if people are projecting, not to get caught up in it. If you feel that fire moving through you, it's to channel it. You can channel it into writing or doing something creative, doing something with your hands. Creative energy is always good to move that energy along, or dancing or getting out into nature, but just channel that energy rather than getting into a reactive state and reacting. If you can, avoid that, but just listen to the energy that's coming, bubbling up in you, the hot, fiery energy, and ask the energy what it wants to show you, because it's trying to move through you, it's trying to release through you, because it's something that's not expressed within you that wants to find expression. So just tune in and see what that is within you. Change and redirections. Again, telling the universe which direction you want to go in, because this is absolutely key. These last 3 months of this is it, guys. This is it. 2024, the big year that we're going to move into these higher vibrations and the higher templates of light. You have to consciously tell the universe, you have to consciously choose your directions, and you have to face in that direction and be willing to step into the unknown. And I know it'll bring fear up for many souls, but it's to have that level of trust that spirit has got your back, the universe has got your back, and the universe absolutely has your back. But if you don't take the steps into the unknown, we will never know the magic. The magic is in the unknown. It's not in the comfort zone. And we really grow in the unknown, not in the comfort zone. The comfort zone, we get compressed. If you think about a plant, when it's got so big, we have to repot it and put it into another vase, right? So that it can continue to grow. But if we don't repot our soul into a bigger vase, then we don't grow. And then we just stay stuck and we stay in a very small space. That becomes very constrictive for our soul. So now the universe is saying, are you going to repot yourself? Are you going to put yourself into a bigger vase? And which direction are you, going to go into? It's like from the little pond to the big pond that I've talked about in my previous videos. It's time to jump into the big pond and have an experience in the big pond, but you have to be willing to jump into the big pond to meet your experiences in a more expanded way. So November is that month. I remember in my life, November was a massive month for me where I shifted into the big pond and it was like time to have new experiences. And November was the month. November was that redirection month for me. So it was also time to take your power back. It was a time to take the power back from any abuses in power. So this month, if there has been an abuse of power or you've been an imbalanced dynamic in your relationships or at work or in your friendship groups or any dynamics that you've played out, it's time to take your power back. So it's time to look at your relationships, look at the dynamics that have been playing out, look at where you have been deceived, look at where there's been an imbalance in power, and look at how you've been held back from shining your light. Maybe there has been some deceptive, manipulative energies that you're now starting to see. So Scorpio season, you can see clearly what's been playing out. You're getting clarity. You're starting to see where you've been held back and how things have played out in your life. And that might bring up a lot of anger in you because you might feel like you've been fooled or the wool was pulled over your eyes and now you're starting to see the truth, and the truth may hurt. But it's to see the truth and not to sit in it, but to take steps to take your power back. How are you going to take your power back now that you know this truth? Now that you know the truth of this imbalance, how are you going to take your power back? And this is November that asks us to look at this and take back our power from any abusive power dynamics that have played out in your life. See the truth for what it is and think about how you're going to take back your power. So that's also coming up, facing the directions that you want to go. Yeah, where does your heart want to take you? Where does your heart and soul want to take you? What have you always wanted to do? This is a time to connect with your dreams and your desires and what you've always wanted to do. When you're a little boy or a little girl, what was the dream? What was your dream before you came to Earth? What was the dream that you dreamed that to come to Earth and experience? That's what November is asking you to connect with your dreams and your desires so that you can get into alignment with your wish fulfillment and fulfilling yourself as a soul and experiencing, happiness and joy, because we are moving into the vibrations of joy, happiness, fulfillment. So we need to get clear about what that is for us, because many of us don't know. And it's really important to connect with that energy to see what is my dream? What are my dreams? What is wish fulfillment for me? What does wish fulfillment look like for me? What does joy feel like for me? What brings me joy? Do we even know what what feels like and what brings us joy? So, and happiness, maybe you've forgotten what happiness feels like with all the energy and the heaviness that we're clearing up right now. We've been cleaning up a lot of karma right now. And to step into the fifth dimension, our balance sheet has to be clear. I used to do finance and I was a director in the corporate world of accountancy. And it was all about the balance sheet. And I always wondered why I went into accountancy in the first place. But really, life is a balance sheet and it's all about our debits and credits and our karma. Our karma and our balance sheet has to be balanced before we step into New Earth. It has to be balanced. So that's what we're doing right now. We're cleaning up our karma. We're getting also the collective karma as well is playing out. Cleaning up our ancestral wounds. We're cleaning up our bloodlines and the wounds that we've carried into this lifetime. We've come back to clean it up so that we can have a balanced balance sheet. and a balanced karmic scales. Our karmic scales are balanced so that we can move into new earth. And that's why we're feeling all the heaviness of this energy. And it's been amplified in October, and it will be amplified in November. And then December, the energy shifts because we got this massive wave coming in that's going to give us a leg up. So I know October's heavy. It has been since the eclipses, actually. It's been heavy. October's been heavy. November's going to be heavy, so and intense, so volatile as well, the guides are saying. So just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. And step into November, make space for yourselves. In the northern hemisphere, the leaves are falling off the trees and we're getting bare, we're connecting with our soul. And we're starting to understand, the deeper layers of us and where we need to make changes in our lives. So take that time to connect with yourselves, see what you need to change, see what's calling to you. Your guides might be kicking and screaming right now at you. And if they are, it's to listen to them. Sometimes we don't like what our guides are telling us. We try and block them out. I know I used to. Markali used to come to me and she said, "Are you looking at your life? And, you need to look at this." And I'm like, "No, go away. I don't want to talk to you right now." But you have to look at what your guides are telling you because they're here for you and they're trying to show you towards, your alignment and where you're going to feel joy and happiness. So, tune in and have a look and see what is being shown to you by your guides. If you, have that good communication with your guides, what are they saying to you at this time? And what steps are you being called to take at this time? What else, Spirit? What else do you want to? They want me to pick some cards. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna pick these cards actually. Yeah, I had a lot of comments from the last video about grief, so I know a lot of souls are going through, but we are really clearing the heart chakra to get, all those old wounds out. And I'm doing some group work with everyone. We're looking at abandonment, childhood neglect, the narcissistic and empath dynamic, attachment styles, and also rejection. We did betrayal last week. So all these themes are coming up for October, November, which is why we're diving deep. The wounded masculine, the wounded feminine within us, those wounds that haven't quite healed. We're looking at the hurts and we're looking at the betrayals and we're looking at the abandonment cycles and we're looking at the childhood neglect where our needs were not met. And we're looking at the narcissistic and empath dynamics where there has been abuse of power, maybe financial, it might be emotional, might be mental, where you've been depleted, where you've had energy vampires that took your energy from you, took your light and took away your shine, So you're looking at all of that this month. And we have to look at all of that this month because we have to clear those programs and those patterns that have been playing out in our lives. So this is really important work right now that we're being called to do. And the abandonment wound as well, coming up so strongly for us to heal. It's such a huge collective wound, the abandonment wound. Okay, let's have a look at the cards. Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. So this is a time that we are being called to live with grace, to connect back to source, to remember who we truly are, remember our divinity, and not get scattered like a loose leaf, in the winds, but to become like a tree, grounded, secure, knowing ourselves, connected to source, receiving our downloads intuitively and moving through this time, navigating our steps, by listening, tuning in, feeling the energetics, feeling our emotions and taking a step, one step at a time. The chamber of the violet flame, karmic, oh wow, karmic release, radical transformation. That's the word for November. That's the word I'm going to use for the title. Radical transformation is the word for November. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. This is what's happening. That's a perfect card to describe November. Look at that fire. That's the fire energy that I was seeing in my meditation, of that fire energy that's moving up through us, that fiery energy. There's a lot of alchemy, there's a lot of purging, there's a lot of clearing, and there's a karmic release happening, radical transformation. We're cleaning up our karmic scales. to then experience radical transformation. So this is the energy of November. So just keep that in your in your awareness. This image is perfect. So I thank you, Spirit, for that. Wow. Higher heart activation. And I talked about this in the last video, but yes, dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. Beautiful. Beautiful. This follows very perfectly from the last video on grief. The higher heart is being activated. We are stepping into our higher heart as we transform and go through our radical transformations. The higher heart is opening up to receive the new energetics that are coming in. So dropping the ego, dropping the walls, dropping the shields, dropping the mask, dropping the protection and the wounds and the triggers, dropping the shields so that we can experience more love and so that we can receive the divine love. I love it. Dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed, higher heart activation. Yeah, time to connect with divine love and receive divine love. Receive divine love. Divine love is so sacred, and I will give you a quick energy transmission of divine love so that you can just receive it in your heart. Halls of Amenti, initiation, secrets revealed. Oh my goodness, look at the cards today. Secrets revealed, truths coming to the surface, seeing things that were hidden coming to the surface for us to understand. Treasures uncovered, initiations. When we dive deep into Scorpio season and we dive under the shadows, more of our gifts are unveiled, more things come to the surface, more of our gems and our soul gifts come to our awareness when we go through these radical transformations. So yeah, this is so key. Secrets revealed, yeah, truths coming to the surface, treasures uncovered, initiations, preparations for the next phase, the next stage on Earth. Massive transformations, radical transformations, initiations, heart activations. I mean, just you can see what's going on cosmically and within us is huge. And I felt guided to pick this picture behind me because it just felt really aligned for the energy of November. It's a powerful month. It's a strong month, and you're going to feel the energetics really. You're really going to feel the energetics. So grounding is what I recommend. I'm just seeing my sage stick here as well. So saging, purging, clearing, releasing, keeping your nervous system calm, breath work, meditation, anything that gets you into your Zen state is going to be really important. And also looking at your directions, looking at the changes that you need to make, and looking at where there has been an abuse of power in your life and how can you take your power back. So that really is November. It's a biggie. It's a biggie. So tune into it, take lots of deep breaths and ride the waves of November. It will be different in December. It's going to shift in December because there's this huge waves of light coming in December. But November is going to be intense. So just ride that month, just ride November, but just tell the universe what it is that you want to bring in more of. So consciously create with spirit and tell the universe about your dreams, what you desire, which direction you want to go, and just be mindful of the fire energy that's moving through you. Instead of reacting, channel it. Find a way that you can channel this energy and release it from your being. So let's just give you a quick little transmission of divine love. So just take a deep breath into your heart and just take some deep breaths, and you'll need lots of deep breaths through this time. And let's just connect with Source and the crystalline grid of the new earth. And connecting with your higher selves. And just feeling the energy of Saint Germain coming into this space. Saint Germain with his violet flame. Also, Archangel Michael is here, as is Archangel Metatron. And just feel the vibration of pure love being transmitted to you, dear ones. Pure love being transmitted to you, through you, into your higher heart, into your heart chakra, into your being. Remembering that you are divine, divine beings of light, pure source, source love, source energy running through your veins, running through your blood, your cells, your muscles, your limbs, your organs. You are divine beings of light. You are co-creators. You are creators here on the earth. You're not victims of your reality. You can change and make choices that align with your inner truth. You are not stuck. You are not stuck. You're not trapped. You can choose, consciously choose the reality that you want to align with. Remember, there are the probabilities and the trajectories that are available to you, an infinite number of trajectories that are available to you. And when you consciously choose your realities and your timelines, then life becomes a dance, and we dance together, and we play together, and we create together, and we see what we've created, and then we create some more. So you can always change your directions if you choose. And this is a time to choose. So just feel our love being transmitted into your heart and receive with grace. Receive with grace. We send you our infinite love, our infinite blessings, our abundant love, our abundant blessings. We love you, dear ones. We love you. We are with you. We are one. We are one. So just taking a deep breath and just gently bring yourself gently back into this space as we thank the guides for that beautiful little blip of energy and transmission of light. So good luck for November. Be present, stay connected to your heart, stay grounded, and ride this month, ride the month that's coming. It's going to be fiery, it's going to be volatile, it's going to be fireworks. So yeah, get ready and stay away from the news if you can. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. I've got an amazing video to share. I have some insights to share, which I would love to share them. So I'll bring that through to you. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I hope you're grounding and taking care of your nervous system. And yeah, I will see you soon. So sending you lots of love. Share your messages on the group chats. I love how the community is building and the love is being shared. Sending you all so much love, and I will see you soon. Take care, everyone, and bye for now.